Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about something that you guys are not really paying attention to. I've been telling you guys through several videos, Madden 20 is a completely different game. Obviously, there's going to be people that are very, very upset with Madden 19, so they're not willing to like get over that hump and say, you know what, we're going to forgive them. And I understand that. So the only thing that I ask you guys is to not be too crazy because I don't want to have to get involved with it. You can say whatever, say whatever you want. Like Madden 19 is garbage. I understand all that, but we have to look forward now. You see what I'm saying? In 1 month, we have a whole new game. Can't keep crying over spilled milk. So what I want to talk to you guys about is this is something that's very, very important when you're going to be choosing wide receivers, because it's going to be kind of different for you guys, especially in MUT. When you look at the way that Juju Smith-Schuster does this catch, right? He has double me, all that good stuff, right? You have to remember his height. Okay, now he's 6'2". There's going to be other receivers, especially for my MUT guys. Calvin Johnson, if he comes back. Randy Moss. There's going to be a lot of different guys that's going to have a lot more crazy chems. But the number one thing you should know is that height matters. So now, let's go ahead and reevaluate that. Why am I explaining that to you? Well, number one, I've been getting a lot of questions about Gmia. Is it the same exact thing as far as like, if I get Antonio Brown, OBJ, versus, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins? No, it's not. This is why it's not. Even though DeAndre Hopkins, I think, what is he, like 6'1" also? Like, he's not really that tall. He has double me. So the thing that triggers the way that the game plays, and something that I noticed while I was playing franchise with the beta, when the player has that actual superstar X factor, even if it's not activated, he's more likely to go up and get the ball. Now, I told you guys this before. It's kind of odd that they wouldn't give that to OBJ and they gave him rack him up, but we're going to be talking about Antonio Brown and the Raiders. And listen, Raider fans, I'm not hating on your Raiders. I'm just telling you guys pretty much it's going to be a completely different game. So if you want to have Antonio Brown, OBJ in the slot, something like that, especially like when you go ahead and you look at the fact that the way that the teams are going to be designed, people are going to be trying to take away your star player. So say you have George Kittle. He also has rack him up, but he's 6'4". So he'll be able to go up and get the ball and do rack him up. The issue is, what is his speed going to be? And that's what everybody is trying to figure out right now before everything gets, underway. Now, they will be putting out ratings very, very soon. So we'll have an idea of what we're going to be going with, and I'll be able to explain to you guys in further detail, like, what are we actually doing? But what I need you guys to understand is this. When you go out there in MUT, and you're looking, because remember, you're going to get a free elite Juju Smith-Schuster by doing some of the missions that they're going to have at the beginning of MUT. So you're going to have an opportunity to get his card pretty much for free, but I think I know what they're doing with it, but I'm not going to say anything yet. Because like the idea of it is to give you guys kind of a gist to get to know the game, and then, pretty much just, they're going to probably make that card obsolete. You know what I'm saying? Like give you some insight into it, let you guys see how he plays, and then if you guys want to go out and get his actual card, you'll be able to do so as well. But this is the situation. When I was labbing the game, Madden 20 beta, right? And trying to figure out the differences between the wide receivers and, just height matter, things of that nature, I was able to successfully accomplish that goal using the Falcons, the Steelers, and the Saints. Okay? Now, these are the differences that you guys have to understand. It's not all about the wide receiver. It's primarily about the quarterback as well. Because if your quarterback sucks, you're not going to be able to get the ball in that proper spot. And then also, it's going to knock you out of the zone if your quarterback is not at least halfway decent with accuracy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue to talk about that. I'm going to explain a little bit more with that. Matt Ryan was terrible in the game, right? And I understand it's all Madden. I was labbing on all Madden in franchise, but he was a quarterback that couldn't make the throw consistently. So for those of you guys that are asking about, like, what knocks them out the zone, if you have a bad quarterback and it's incomplete, is it automatically out of the zone? No, that's not true. What happens is once you get your player in the zone, if you don't target him and the quarterback misses a throw or it's incomplete, you're fine. The receiver actually keeps that, they stay in their superstar X factor zone. But what happens is if you target them and the ball is overthrown and the computer recognizes that that was the actual target, you are done. You lost that superstar X factor. All right? Now, when you look at the fact that this guy is going to jump the way he just jumped, and granted, it's arcade mode, and a lot of you guys are pointing out stuff that I've already said in other videos. Oh yeah, bro, Gmia is arcade mode. Obviously, I know that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm the one that told you guys 2-3 years ago when they started it to always look in the top left. So for those of you guys that are new to the channel, I definitely understand what's going on, but what I'm trying to do is make sure that you guys understand. the more information I can give you guys and kind of go in depth with the questions that you're asking, I'm trying to make you understand that you're looking at a totally different experience, all right? Again, for those of you guys that are still very, very upset about Madden 19, I only have a few things that I have left to actually do in 19. I'm gonna have John Madden Coach all the way fully upgraded, and then I'm gonna be done with the game completely. So I think I gotta play some more weekend league games to torture myself, but I think I'll be fine in the long run. So now, when we look at Antonio Brown, all right, guys, this guy's about 5'11", 5'10", I don't know what he is, all right? But he's one of the most consistent receivers that we've ever seen in the league. So in the actual NFL, he's gonna be a boss regardless. But inside of Madden Ultimate Team or the game itself, remember, Derek Carr, is Derek Carr, right? Yeah, Derek Carr stole the ball. Derek Carr is probably, see, I don't know what happened to him after he got injured during that MVP season, but he hasn't been the same. So I don't know what we're gonna get if you go and you're playing regs and you want to throw the ball to this guy with Derek Carr, because accuracy is so key, which is why I wanted to bring it up again. When I was using Ben Roethlisberger and throwing the ball to Juju Smith-Schuster, it was almost always an accurate pass. And several times I got Big Ben Roethlisberger in the zone. And then when you're in his zone, you get to see the first open receiver. As soon as you hack the ball, it's like a big giant icon. It's beautiful, right? So when I was switching back and forth through the Falcons, the Saints, and then also the Steelers, I got to see how terrible Matt Ryan actually was in the game. He literally cannot throw the ball. Now, some of you guys are going to argue with me about it and say, oh, bro, that's just EA hating. You know what I'm saying? His stats is good. Let me just tell you right now, my job is not to tell you guys if the stats are good or whatever like that. My job is to tell you how the game plays, all right? And then for you guys to make your decision how you want to do it. Now, if you guys want to still go after a Matt Ryan or you want to play with the Falcons, that's fine. But understand, when Julio Jones gets in the zone and you target him again and Matt Ryan throws the ball in the 19th row, don't say I didn't tell you that. Because even if you look at Rack 'em Up and you say, you know what? He has the grab and go. He has the route apprentice. He has all that stuff, right? You can throw him a drag. He's going to spin move, like the movements and everything. He's still not going to be as important as a guy that's taller and has double me. He's just not going to be. It's like there's no way around it. Primarily for me, what I'm going to do, because remember, you get 3 on offense and 3 on defense as far as the superstar X Factor abilities go. I'm going to put together the best possible team, but I'm giving you guys this information now so you can kind of plan around it. Now, if you guys do franchise mode, yes, you can add different abilities to certain players if you want to customize and all that stuff. And yes, they're going to make it so that when you do drafts, some of these players already come with some of these, you know, superstar X Factor abilities. I have been told that you can turn it off. For those of you guys that were asking about that specific situation, can you turn off the X Factors? Yes, you can. Okay, so that's something that I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew about. You definitely can turn it off in franchise based on what I've been told. Obviously, we won't know 100% until the game is released, but I did kind of throw out some questions and I got that feedback about, you know, having the ability to turn it off and not let that be a part of your franchise. If that's something that you're not, you know, very, very happy about being in the game. But I do think as far as MUT goes, it's going to make MUT more fun than we've had in so many years. Because like just playing the game with regs and seeing the effect that it had and making your opponent have to guess, okay, my guy is highlighted on the left, he's already had, you know what I'm saying? You see the X highlighted in bright orange, they still think you're gonna always go there, but your other side of the field is also wide open. So, you know what I'm saying? It's sort of like real football. Like, you know when somebody's like really hot, like that game that George Kittle had when he had over 200 and everybody's looking at him, but the second half they didn't even throw him the ball. Like, you can really alter the way that your opponent plays you, and it's a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, I need to be able to throw the ball up high and go up and get that thing. And you're not gonna get those same animations, and I tested it out. I don't know if they're gonna tune it to make these players then now jump up like that, but players like Juju is gonna be so important. Julio, DeAndre Hopkins, it's gonna be the first year where it don't even matter how fast the actual card is. It's gonna be about, can these guys go up and get the ball, and then if they get out in front, it's a wrap because the warp tackle is gone, so all you bums are not gonna be saved anymore, and it's gonna be a completely different experience. So those are some of the things that I wanted to point out with it. If you guys still want to go ahead and you know, use Rack 'em Up over Double Me, that's obviously something that's going to be your choice. But I'm going to let you guys know right now, height is a definite factor. So if you guys go another route, that has nothing to do with me. I've given you guys my part. If you guys want more questions answered, please leave it in the comments. I will be doing a special segment where I'm going to be answering questions on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter right now, please go to Twitter, search at GmiasWorld, and hit that follow button. So when I put that tweet out, you guys will be able to get your questions answered about Madden 20 in real time. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You guys go ahead and have a good day. I'm going to see you guys next time. One love.